I want to try splitting up the accounting of my experiences as a new truck driver into day by day to make it not quite so long and rambly. We'll see if that has a positive effect. And start out with the beginning, day zero. I'm calling day zero the day I picked up the tractor. The day before was Monday, actually, so I had actually been told that the tractor was at a Schneider drop lot near San Antonio. I had gone over, couldn't find the truck. It wasn't there. It turned out it was at some other place, some shop or a yard, somewhere else in the city. And so I went ahead and went home. And then the next day in the afternoon, they confirmed where the truck was and that it was good to be moved. So they informed me it was mid-afternoon where it was. So especially after having the previous experience, I did want to make sure it was there before as the first step, and so that's what I did. I went to the location, made sure the truck was there, did a kind of initial inspection, made sure the engine was running. Before I did that, obviously I did a little bit of a pre-chip. One of the things I found was the oil level was a bit high. It was all the way like double past the line that says don't fill past this line. And so I showed it to the mechanic there at the yard, and he told me it wasn't an issue. So I'm not trained as a mechanic. I can't make that assessment. It is suspect to me that they have gone through the trouble of calculating and calculating the proper oil levels, and some engineer somewhere thought it was important enough to make a part, stamp out the part with whatever tooling and manufacturing that required to get that stamped on the oil dipstick. It seems like that was important to somebody, so I don't know if they were mistaken or if maybe I kind of think that maybe this is kind of the wisdom of the industry, but maybe it's just, who knows if it's just the way they like to do things. They just like maybe they just like dumping lots of oil in there. I don't know. We'll see. I did actually mention that to another mechanic, and he said it was fine as well. So the mechanics think it's fine. The engineers might not agree. We'll see. So on from there, while it was still at the yard that I picked it up at, I also had my vehicle there because I had went there to find it, and I realized that there was a spot open next to the truck, and I didn't know for sure that I would find such an agreeable place to transfer the stuff I had already in my car at the Schneider drop lot. So before I moved it, I went ahead and threw in everything that was in my car that I wanted to take with me, and went ahead and did that transfer while it was still at the lot that I picked it up at. And then I then I drove my car over to the Schneider drop lot. And then I arranged the my driver leader, or one of my driver. I don't know if I have a specific driver leader yet, but the driver leader team, one of the ones I called, arranged a Uber for me from the Schneider drop lot back to the where the truck was parked, so that I could go, so I could drop my vehicle and pick up the truck. So the Uber driver had a little bit of trouble finding the lot. He ended up in a neighborhood nearby, but eventually got that sorted out, got the ride. So did another look around on the truck, make sure I didn't miss anything on the pre-trip, and then started it up. It took me a little bit to make sure I was good on the tablet to drive, remembering how to put it into the log into the proper mode, and then made the drive back to the lot. It was actually I took a different route, and I used the GPS, or I used the nav system on the tablet. I had gotten the nav waypoint. There's a special code to use the trucking routes through the GPS, or the tablet navigation tool. So loaded that up, and I actually also loaded up I forget what the name of the trucker ways, or trucker path, trucker something way or path. There's a trucker path, trucking, whatever. There's a app on my phone that I found that had been recommended, and I had subscribed to that, so I loaded up the navigation there as well. So I had a backup navigation, and it was going to take me a different way than I had taken my car. Part of that was probably due to traffic differences in the time of day. So as I was on the way, it was also night, so that was a new thing. I don't think I had driven at night truck before, and it was just a bobtail. It wasn't a didn't have a trailer on it, which that was sort of new. I had done a tiny bit of bobtail at the truck school, but that wasn't as new as driving at night, which didn't seem to be that. It wasn't a big deal. The thing that was a little bit of an issue was I missed the exit. I'll say it was partly due to the navigation on the tablet. It was about 2 miles off of it, where it thought it was, and so it was a little bit conflicting on whether or not. It didn't tell me to take the exit until after I'd passed the exit, and so then that navigation app, and it is the old navigation app. I'm recording this a few days later, when they just released a new navigation app. So there's actually 2 on the tablet now. But this was before they did that, a few days before they released that. So there was only the old one. And so this issue might be fixed on the new one. I don't actually know. Haven't had this happen. So, but the old one, when I went off route, when I passed the exit, it just completely dumped me. It didn't try to reroute or do anything. It complained to me that it was off route, and I guess good luck. Good luck to me. Fortunately, I had the other trucker path. That sounds right. the other app running, and it told me it was good to get off at the next exit, do a turnaround through the couple intersections to get turned around under the bridge and sent back in the original direction, or in the correct direction. And then once I got back on path, the nav app in the tablet picked it up again, but it wasn't being very helpful in actually finding me. Like, it didn't give me a solution of where to go to get sorted out, or it didn't reroute. So I don't know, that seems like a problem waiting to happen. So anyways, got back on track, got back to the lot. I guess the thing I learned, I do want to make these videos I want to make about the experience. I'll learn to talk about the experience itself, but then also try to work in some of the things I've been learning. So the thing I learned there was definitely having a backup was good, and also I should read the text of the direction, and like, especially if I'm coming up on an exit or something, or probably street signs as well, street roads. I should watch for the name of the road or the number of the exit, because it was actually displayed correctly. It just didn't tell me in time because the GPS malfunctioned, and so I could potentially avoid avoid the mistake incurred by the GPS malfunction if I had been paying better attention to the directions, so that I would have taken the exit at the correct time, even though it hadn't told me to do it. So I learned more about that, more about paying attention there, and it wasn't terribly bad because it was just a bobtail, and even if it wasn't, those turns would have been fine with a trailer. But it all worked out. Didn't cost more than a few minutes to turn around. And then went and parked. Let's see. Tried to make some notes. Let me make sure I didn't forget anything. Yeah, just basically parked it and called it a night, because it was already evening. They had called me late afternoon. The guy that was working with me definitely wanted me to get moving, but I had already been up since early that morning. I had been preserving my early AM wake up schedule from when I had done my route with my TE the week before, thinking that I actually like that schedule of getting up early, so I can driving early is nice, and then you can stop early before all the truck stops fill up, which makes it a lot easier for me getting in, especially because I'm a new driver and I need to take whatever advantages I can get. I don't want to be doing rough backups when I'm super tired and probably have to pee. So let's try to avoid as much stress and mayhem as we possibly can, and get to truck stops early, which means I need to leave early, which means I need to get up early. So I was still kind of in that mode, and so by the time I got the truck, it was kind of late for me. Parked it, left it there, went back home. That was the end of day 0. I will continue with further videos for the next few days, and bring you up bring it back up to speed, and then see where we go from there. See y'all later.